Actually, Sony State of Play, there was quite a number of titles, and there was a title that I was quite happy about. But then again, the game has been out for what, 17 years? It's been out for 17 years now? Yeah.
2005.
And they've dropped a lot of the same game throughout the years, which, you know what, you want to, when you get a new gen console, you want the same games because this game was so like impactful and everything like that. But yeah, I would say Sony dropped they announced Resident Evil 4 remake, and then obviously a few years ago we had the Resident Evil 3 remake that didn't do too well, but then we had the Resident Evil 2 remake before that, what did quite well. So I'm curious of how they're going to go down with this. I mean, with Resident Evil 2 and 3, it was a year gap.
Yeah.
And even though I was excited, I was thinking a year. You're telling me you're going to make a game in a year, obviously with the same engine and everything like that. But I was still like, cool, I'm going to play it. Massive disappointment. I'm not quite sure if you like the third one, but I was disappointed.
The third one's the hardest because for me, the best of the series, for me, is 2. 2 broke the mold. Obviously, 4, we're going to talk about this in a second.
Yeah.
The fundamentals were there, but later on this year, 3 is getting a PS5 and a Series X port, so it'd be top grade. So I'll probably go back and play them again, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they missed so much stuff with the third one, with the clock tower and stuff like that, and the actual things that made the original on the PS1 scary. So
This is the thing. And what they're doing with Resident Evil 4, they've rewritten the code literally to play modernized and to change up the scenes a bit. Even Resident Evil 4, if you go back and look how linear the game was, because obviously at its time it was amazing, but now it's all about that atmosphere and everything. And obviously Sony even announced it. Well, they're not Sony only announced it because they came first. The Capcom games, they will be multi-platform, but Sony is getting PSVR 2 version of Resident Evil
Village, yeah. So, which is a great game, but then it feels like they did that with Resident Evil 7, and then obviously I don't know why they wait for so long for the drop it for the Resident Evil 8. But again, it's always with these companies to kind of drop like technology when they want, for the consumer. So happy about that. I'm not very a VR man myself. I'm not quite sure if you are or not.
Resident Evil, if it weren't the games that I've already played, the normal analog style, I'd be if they just done a spin-off, like back in the day there was Resident Evil Survivor, which was a light gun game. Carry on making those games, fine. But the core games, I think just leave them alone. That's me personally.
Yeah, man. But yeah, with 4, I mean, it was a game changer for me. I mean, with what was the PS2, it came out, and it was kind of different. We never seen anything like for Resident Evil before, because with the old Resident Evils, it was fixed camera angles, stuff that you actually can't see on screen. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, the villains were different as well. There weren't zombies anymore.
C-Virus basically molded into its own thing, and that's when we got the first Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
So it was a madness, but I think this one, obviously, it ain't too far away. March the 24th.
Yeah, I mean, Capcom loved that March date. Yeah. I don't know, maybe after Christmas and January, February, so they just stick with the March. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy it. I can't say I'm not, because I will. But let's see. I need to see more footage.
This is the thing. We ain't seen gameplay. I still don't understand. We're in 2022. Give us gameplay straight away, because an FMV scene can only take you so far.